This is really cool. I like the colors on this. $14.99. Ladies and gents, it has been a minute since I've been to Goodwill, especially this one out by the mall. We're gonna go inside here, look for vintage items. I love to look for things that your grandma would like. I love you, Mimos. All right, sometimes trying to find the good things ends up having you go through some obstacles, just like things in life. And things in life, if you don't take a moment and look at every little thing when you have the chance, you miss out on some knowledge. So we're coming across some grab bags, some old school stuff. I'm gonna say this is more of a Dutch or German. Look at those blue eyes. This one has gray eyes. Got some modern toys, $2.99. That's not bad for a grab bag. Who we have here? Miss Piggy. Another Miss Piggy. Looks like some Rugrats. Ooh, look at that, $7.99. Oh, this one's a little pricey for the bag. We have a little squeaker. Looks like we're gonna be putting this one back. I don't know those dolls there. Take a little gander. Some girly dolls. Ty. I just learned from the TV show on Netflix. It's not TY, it's Ty, the person that created these things. Such a crazy movie or documentary to come across and watch. And I'm glad I did. I shared it on my Discord. If you haven't followed my Discord, this is a pretty cool place to keep along with other people who don't like, say, Instagram and all these other things. There's a platform for everybody. And I try to keep everybody included. Hello Kitty. Little clown. I think that's a baby's toy. Some more little plushies. So far, nothing crazy good. These are cute. Has little googly eyes for them googly googlers. These are cool. I think these might be for cats. Or little finger puppets. How much are these? $5.99. I do like that little clown right there. The little polka dotted eyes. Let's move this one up here. More Thai beanie babies. All right, let's go look in the hard goods. Every once in a while, in a blue moon, something catches my eye over in the mug section or tumblers. And I always get excited when I see things like this, because if this was a real lens, camera lens, I'd be looking at getting it for myself. It's made to look like it was Canon. It's made to look like Canon, but this is Canyon. And I think this is a mug. Sometimes these is pretty good to resell. I haven't found one worth looking at in a while. And I usually sell them for around 20 bucks. I've never come across one that's more of this type of khaki or beige color with black. They're usually all black. I'm gonna look this one up. But with Carla at the hospital with my mother-in-law, they said, hey, get lost and give us some time. So I am looking for some things over here across the street from the hospital. I'm gonna see what I could find and then be back soon. I'm looking at this crystal right here because of the brilliant kind of shimmer color that goes on with it. It tells me that it's a good quality crystal. The style of this is usually goes for around that price. They're long sellers and I tend to stay away from them. 3 years ago, I used to do very well with this type of style of crystal glass. With the edging on this side and this side, I think something sat on it and held it in place, but it kind of has a broken look. So I'm gonna be moving away from here and looking at some things. I'm making my way up over there to that side where I usually find better stuff. I think this is a candle. Studio Pottery, $3.99. Joseph A. Yeah, I think this was a pottery class. There's not that much stuff on this side, which is going to make it easy to go through. We got a kitty. Things like this do good at my booth. Wonder Shop, $1.99. There is some crazy, and you see that lines also on the head. Some people accept that, and it depends on what I'm looking for to resell, to accept it for myself to sell. Little canister here. Little offsetting of the color and print. Pretty sure it's missing the top. This one's pretty cool. Little artsy fartsy. Opal House planter stoneware. $5.99. This is such a unique shape, which is why I'm looking at it. I like the dots on there. This is beautiful. It is not perfectly like asymmetrical. It is off symmetrical. I like this a lot. $7.99. Somebody cared enough about it to put some little felt paddings on the bottom or foam padding so it doesn't scratch underneath this or their counter, wherever they had this. I don't see a signature, but I like it a lot. And it feels really good. I love this. Let's look more into this in a moment. We're gonna look for some more things. Still gotta look into that. Yeah, we'll be back for this later. What do we got down here? It's a unique color and pattern. It's like a gingham checkered. I wonder if they colored over it, or that was part of the process of baking it. Does that look familiar? Is that a signature right there? Also $7.99. Is this wax? I like the texture on this. It feels really good. It feels like it came from the sea. Got a cornucopia vase. $9.99. Could be a trinket bowl. Could be a planter. Well, I think the planter, a true planter, has holes on the bottom. Or is it a pot? Tell me the difference. What is the difference? This is cool. Unique. $7.99. $3.99 for this one. I think I'm gonna pick this one up. This has really nice details, very simplistic, but nice contrast of colors, different tones. I love the speckle on here. That's like an original thing that would come out if you don't color over it. And sometimes that's the beauty of things, letting it come out as it should. And this is very, very well made. And I do like that price, $3.99. Got some lampshades. I like going over through the lampshades. I love lamp. And look at this one right here. This is a sweet little one. It doesn't have the top to this, but still worth looking at because of the details. Doesn't feel like brass. It definitely metal. $4.99. So it's painted over. I think it was a manufacturing painting. We're gonna see made in China. Doesn't matter. I like this, and it's a good price. We're gonna have to find a light bulb to see if it works. And I see one right there. Quick Google lens. A lot of them are going for $10 to $15. Nice little piece, not worth me getting. Halloween is just around the corner. Oogie Boogie one piece, lights up, 3.5 foot tall, Nightmare Before Christmas, Disney Tim Burton. This is $6.99. Brand new, you're looking at this going for around 40 bucks. And if it was 7 foot tall or a little taller, you're looking at around $80. And then some of them of different characters actually go for much more. So you want to look at that. Just because it's in the box does not mean it's brand new. Sometimes it's like used once in like new condition. This one seems to be in pretty good condition. This is something I think my wife might want for us at the house. We don't really hand out candy, but we do put up things for Halloween to decorate the area. Keep an eye out for these. And sell it year round. You don't have to wait till the season comes up of whatever you're thinking about. If you get it for a good price, get it listed, get it out there. One of my biggest bad habits was holding on to things and not listing it until the season. And then I started getting more into just go ahead and list it. So I started realizing things sell year round more and more, even from apparel. This is really cool. It has like a honeycomb little feature, and it's very lightweight. This one's more of a foam one. I like this one, chunkier. Now this is the area I want to get into, the figurines, but there's always somebody. I like to give people their space, and I also like my own space. Let's go look over here and we'll work over there. I want to start keeping count of how many of these I come across. So we're going to start with one, although I've seen plenty of other ones in the past. So one little coconut monkey character doodad. We'll see how much we find by the end of the year. And then next year, come across something else to keep count of. So remind me, especially if you see one in the video and I don't see it, help me out on counting them. Happy 50th birthday, Tweety. Now this is cute, very, very good condition. $7.99, limited edition. And it is numbered. It even has some letters in it, fancy. December 6th, 1989. 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Aww. Elizabeth, $4.99. Chadwick Miller. Put that there. Let's put that back. This little guy looks like he's holding one in. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. These are the things that have me cracking up. It makes me wonder more into it. Dragon Keep, $5.99. Little chip on the ear. This looks like a newborn. Cool details, nice texture. Oh, it's kissy. Maybe he wants a kissy face. Y'all could go ahead and kiss it. Ooh, look at that. Let's see what this is. Hope it's something amazing. Ceramic. This is really cool. I like the colors on this. $14.99. Wow. It's very cool. I'm looking at this because a few months ago I came across a Fitz and Floyd little squirrel that kind of had a leaf similar to this. Whimsical, fun, vintage. Has a name on here. $5.99. See if Google Lens could help us out on that. Google Lens was able to help out. It's going to be named Nantucket, the company maker on the bottom. $5.99. They go for around $15 to $20 from what I've seen online. That's a pretty good deal. When it comes to modes, I like more of the cast irons. Look out for fishes and unique shapes. I usually get around $50 for cast iron pieces, little modes. This beautiful bird right here is from a company I've come across, I'd say probably 4 months ago. Blue Mountain Pottery is a brand I came across a few months ago and is one I'm still learning about. There's just something unique about the colors of this that had me look at it more. I just looked it up and several of them have sold for $60 to $70, so $15 is going to be worth it. For me, I don't like to spend more than what I need to, but if it's worth it, I'm going to get into it. I am learning how to get out of like small, low pricing and looking for bigger items for more money, especially something as beautiful as that. You can't go wrong when the prices are right of what they sell for. If you're trying to find something and squeeze every dollar out of it and hope that it sells, that's really not the way to do it. You want to learn at what actually sells for a good profit that works for you. The reason why I say you is because we all kind of have our own audience at the same time. Even if you're on eBay, you got followers. If you're on social media and a content creator like myself, you tend to gain some followers and customers who like what you come across and are waiting to see what you have, to ask you for it. Or also in my case, in addition to having like a vintage booth and things like that. So if you have anything that you're pondering about, just make sure to make wiser choices for yourself. Think about why things work for other people and why things work for you and not so much for other people and maybe not for you. So everything is all about learning and understanding, and the more you open up to how things sell, the more you'll get a hold on having things sell faster and passing on things because it's not something you would do, that you're pushing because other people do it. What is going on over here? That does not look right at all. I'm going to be putting something back that I got over here just a little earlier. They don't go for very much, like $8. And then the tumbler metal piece inside is very loose. I like when they just hold together very well. Look at mugs, any Mara mugs. Look at the brand Mara. Mexican stoneware pottery. This is definitely not it, but once you see the style, and give a few looks, you're gonna start noticing them more and it makes it easier. Probably serving those who serve. Oh, I thought that was Texas Lone Star saying $7.99. One of the coolest Starbucks mugs I came across was from Korea and it was actually written in Hangul. I sold that for $42, $7.99. So let's see how much this one's worth. Are going for around $10. And with shipping costs now, it's probably going to cost just as much to get it shipped. So look out for Starbucks mugs at thrift stores and so on. If that's what you collect, you don't always have to find them online. And I know that's not something I should be saying. That's probably taboo as a reseller, but we're all about pinching a dollar here or there and saving to get what we want. I looked this up and I think I might have found a maker to it. And if I'm correct, that is worth a freaking buttload. And some butts are bigger than others. So I'm looking for the big one, the big bags. Let's look through these grab bags. I did have to look these up. I thought they looked familiar. I came across a hummingbird of this brand too long ago and I sold one. The second one ended up breaking in transit after putting it in my truck from the same Goodwill. This is Land and Sea. These are animal figurines, and a squirrel and a cat have sold separately recently for $15 a piece plus shipping. So I'm going to pick this up. That's a pretty good deal. $2.99. It looks like everything is good to go. So 3 times 15, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm going to be backtracking on some of the shelves here of the hard goods. Sometimes I feel like when I go to certain areas, like people are drawn to it because I bring that vibe. I can't go to like sections that are literally next to me because I don't want to feel the other person coming in even after me rushed. Ooh, this looks familiar. $4.99. Let me look at the sticker on here because I have a small one like this. All right, I recognize this style and I love this type of glass by Reuven. I have a smaller version of this, just a different style. The one I have at home that I've had for months. I haven't listed it anywhere, but I'm probably gonna be taking it to my booth very, very soon. I'll be telling you more about my booth here in a second. $4.99. I'm looking at $20 to $30 for this because this one's a little bigger than the other one that I have, which I'll be getting around 15 to 20 for that one. So keep an eye out for that pattern. It's a really good style of design. And that wasn't here earlier. So when I just seen it a moment ago, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And that's what you're looking for when you're outsourcing, are familiar things, not always just new things. You want to like mesh it together and keep your eyes open and also your mind to be willing to learn. Because if not, then you're going to be limiting yourself from potential huge profits and mega finds. You never know. And I hope you who are watching this find things that are like life-changing. Let's go over here. I see some vases and some items friends of mine collect and resell at the booth. Like these things. Miss Pat, who was in my last video, she often finds things like this and she's like, just get it and I'll pay you. But I'm not that type of person. $7.99. This is hand-carved wood. These are, I would say, more unique ones because of the colors. Usually it's just a tone of the brown or black of the wood. And we have another one here that's a little larger, also wood. Little chip on the nose. $9.99. Oh, what is this glass piece over here? Oh, wow, this is heavy. This is definitely not a sword. $49.99. Looks like a smudger. It does have some scratches. Somebody probably snagged this. See that little sensory sticker right there? Give you a little beep, beep, beep when you're trying to get out the door. Let's see if I could fit in this. Oh. What I was looking at from afar was this piece right here. This one's beautiful. More pottery. Nice details and color. Very unique. Somebody took their time to make this. Oftentimes when they do pottery like this, oh no. Oh, my heart just paused for a moment. Jaw dropper. Oh, devastating. And I don't want to make it worse because somebody might come in and want to get it, but I want to see if there's an artist underneath. Hard to tell, and I don't want to mess with it too much. $9.99. I would have picked that up for that price. This is so beautiful, but this, unfortunately, is not something I'm looking to resell. Let's go through this art right here, which I haven't done in a while. Did I mention that the color of the week is blue? These are pretty cool. These are little sandpipers. Cool birds to look for, especially figurines. They could do really well. Oftentimes the figurines are signed. Little sandpipers. Oh, look at this. Signed, dated. We're going to be looking this one up. Killdeer young and numbered. 1999. Has some wear on the frame, heavy wear, and it's wood. Somebody could take the time to grain it out and color it up with some wood staining. Nice matting, great frame, beautiful piece of art. $19.99. And there is some information on the back. You got to be willing to take the time to look around and see what you're getting into to see if it's worth it. Ooh, this is nice. Certificate of Authenticity. Killdeer Young by Lee Jarrett. An individual numbered and signed offset lithograph. Also good to know the type of print or material you have. Limited edition of 325, one edition only. Because people do make reprints. They'll say limited edition and then they'll make a reprint of a special limited edition of limited editions of limited editions. This is a nice piece. I'm going to look this up because I have invested a little bit of time on this and I have to look more into it. I can't just base it off of what I don't want to pay for it because it's nearly $20 for me, folks. I'm still working on paying up. All right. And people say that, but it's just saying paying what it's worth. That's what paying up means to me. All right. I found two items that sold, one for around $15 and the other one for around $70. So I'm going to pass on this. There's not a lot of information. Maybe if I changed around the wording from what I saw on the back of this that I use, maybe it'll bring up some other things that's worth getting. But it also has some wear on it. But the picture itself is good. I just don't want projects to work on. This looks like Laurel Birch. Oh, look at that, Laurel Birch. What did I say? Named it. $3.99. This I'll look up because that is a good price. Just the style of Laurel Birch on this one is different than what I've come across. I could not find this exact one. I just can't stand when you use Google Lens and it shows you what you're looking for, but when you click on that, it sends you to things like Laurel Birch, but not the exact same thing, like calendars, which are showing promising profits. There's a little tear on the back, not a big thing. Overall, $3.99 for a solid name to look for. I've sold figurines of Laurel Birch many a times. I think I could get around $15 to $20 for this. I went through all of this right here and didn't find anything else of Laurel Birch. Tucked right in here was this beauty. Hand-carved wood. There's an elephant. I didn't notice that at first. Great handle. Great feel to it. Doesn't feel like it's going to break. It's a cane and $7.99. I've seen some of these sell good as high as like $80. It having an elephant. The truck is down. I go with what feels good and the aura that something enholds within itself speaking to me. Yeah, I'm a little crazy. And for $7.99, I believe I'm going to make a hell of a good profit off of that one. I backtracked again for the third time and look what I'm seeing now. More kitty cats. Oh, this is a cool duck. I like the hat on here. He looks very emo. Just not happy with what he ordered from a restaurant. $4.99. This is a coin bank. Do you say coin bank or penny bank? Hand painted. Made in Italy. Okay. People do like whimsical things. I might have to grab that one after some research. We do have a little kitty cat here, almost looking like a lion. It identifies as a lioness. $2.99 for this little planter. I believe this is vintage. And we'll be scooping this one up. And then this one right here, is this a candle? Is it sealed shut or is that the way the neck is? I think it was glued. Somebody glued it. And somebody just dropped something down there. Yeah, somebody glued the top. I think this might have been like a little pot. It's missing a spoon. Very cool. $3.99. I love the character. I love the shape of this. I love the color. I love the look. I love the pose. Unfortunately, it has been altered. Now, this one is in really good condition. No cracks or chips. No crazing. Is there a name on the bottom? I think that's just a marking. $2.99. That's a pretty good deal. We're still not done over here. Again, third time coming across this section. I want to look at this made in Italy duck. $4.99. I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. I like this one a lot. It's also made in a really good place and well made. I'm going to take it to my vintage booth with a price tag of $25. At my vintage booth, I am open to offers sometimes. Look at this beautiful vase. Look at the colors and details. Pastel colors. I think this is what Puri told me about. Alebrije? Alebrije. Alebrije? Now, that's a style of painting that glows, and I did bring my black light, and there is a glow to it. Just not easy to see for you as it is for me in person. And then we have one here that I believe will kind of glow. Really vibrant colors. $14.99, made in the Philippines. And this one right here, $75. $24 is what they're asking for. Beautiful piece right there. Then we have some over here. These are kind of common pieces that I see. I don't do very well with them. $46. Can't see right now. My eyes aren't too great. We got cocoa pellet, nice engraving, nice style, color. Now this one is Derek Watchman Navajo, $24.99. That looks like it's worth it. It looks like a little bit of profits could be adjusted to that. Then we have this one, also signed, $20. That was somebody's collection. And also this one over here, $19.99. I think it's the same maker as that one. All right, see what this is going to end up costing us to invest in. Definitely know I'm making some huge profits on this one.